This is QTV Night News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue, and I am Giraff. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. 40 Gambian students have received the Chinese ambassador's scholarships during a ceremony held at the University of the Gambia on Friday. In an exclusive interview with QTV, the Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Asila, has unveiled the government's ongoing efforts to finalize the country's Made-in Transport Master Plan. In an effort to boost operational efficiency, the Central Bank of the Gambia has officially donated advanced IT equipment to Gampost, the country's postal service provider. In an exclusive interview with QTV, the newly elected executive body of the Association of the Gambian Students in Turkiye shared their exciting plans for the year ahead. Following the celebrations of the Gambia's independence on February 18, 2025, we explore the Gambia Police Force, one of the key institutions that has consistently upheld the nation's peace and order since colonial times. Those were the main headlines, and now the news in detail. Do stay. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is QTV News and I am Jenna Bosonko. Now, 40 Gambian students have received the Chinese ambassador's scholarships during a ceremony held at the University of the Gambia on Friday. The Chinese embassy in the Gambia presented the awards to the exceptional students who will be enrolling in various programs at the UTG. Julian Jaya was there and this is her report.
Launched in 2017, the Chinese Ambassador's Scholarship has significantly impacted the lives of 233 underprivileged students across various fields of study. This initiative underscores the strong partnership between China and the Gambia, founded on mutual goals of development, education and global cooperation. Professor Herbert Robinson, Vice-Chancellor of the University of the Gambia, expressed his gratitude to the Chinese embassy for providing this life-changing opportunity, highlighting that many students would not have had the chance to pursue higher education without this support.
The University of Gambia continues to benefit from the general support of the Chinese government through their scholarship program to pursue various programs, masters, PhD, in leading universities in China. In 2022, 2023, and 2024, a significant number of staff also benefit from scholarships to pursue their studies abroad, masters and PhD.
Professor Robinson further announced that plans are in place to expand the teaching of Chinese language and culture at UTG. This includes the addition of more classrooms and office spaces to enhance learning opportunities and strengthen bilateral ties.
We need to speed up the process of making sure that we have China module, which looks at the development trajectory of China, how the Gambia can learn from China's own experience. It's introduced as part of our master's program in international relations and diplomacy. So we really look forward to that sort of strengthening.
Liu Jing, the Chinese ambassador to the Gambia, expressed his satisfaction with the success of the scholarship, noting that it has cultivated brilliant minds who are now making valuable contributions to the development of their country.
So this year, on the occasion of your Diamond Jubilee, I think this year's scholarship have some special meanings. I think it demonstrates that China stands with our Gambian friends firmly on your course to realize your self-reliance and sustainable development with the Sino-Gambia Educational Cooperation, because the education cooperation and exchange is one of the priorities between our relations.
Speaking on behalf of the scholarship recipients, Hadi Elmboub, a student from the School of Business and Public Administration, expressed her gratitude for the opportunity, emphasizing the positive impact it has had on her academic journey.
As we embark on this new chapter, we pledge to honor this scholarship by
Excitement filled the air as the awardees stepped onto the stage, their faces radiating with pride and anticipation. The event also included a thought-provoking forum titled Retrospect and Prospects, the enlightenment of China's experience, where scholars, alumni, and beneficiaries discussed how China's rapid development could inspire the Gambia's growth. For QTV News, I am Julde Yai.
Congratulations to the awardees. Now, in an interview with QTV, the Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Silla, has unveiled the government's ongoing efforts to finalize the country's Made in Transport Master Plan to enhance transportation across the length and breadth of the country. Usman Jata has the rest of that.
The government is set to revolutionize the country's transport landscape with the development of Transport Master Plan, which will enhance the free movement of people, goods and services across the country. The plan will introduce a comprehensive network, including modern railways, a rapid bus transit system, and a revitalized river transport system. Transport and Works Minister Ibrahim Silla expands on these ambitious plans.
They will be interlinked through a policy that will serve as a reference to enhance the overall national development process through transport and transportation systems. So hopefully, within the next decade or two, we will have the initiative to start rail networks in the Gambia. Some feasibility studies were done to link certain inland ports, with Senegal using rail. So that is a very good start. We also have the rapid bus transport, system, which we are also actually looking at critically.
These upgrades are expected to significantly reduce congestion and improve connectivity between urban and rural areas, with road infrastructure coverage nearly meeting its targets. The master plan addresses the pressing need for sustainable, efficient and eco-friendly alternatives. Minister Silla highlights the significance of this blueprint.
What His Excellency President Barrow has is to make a Gambia a city-state where you can move from one end of the country and back, on very good state-of-the-art roads. Within that strategic orientation also to have what we call connecting roads that will serve as feeders to the main roads. When roads are built, electricity actually is easier to access. When roads are built, markets can be easily accessed and goods and services can be deployed and transported to these markets much quickly and efficiently. And then that, because time is a lot of money, most of those times that were lost will now be gained.
Amidst the frequent traffic congestion during rush hours, a railway network will provide faster, reliable inter-regional travel, while a rapid bus transit system will ease urban traffic woes. Additionally, enhanced river transport will leverage the Gambia River as a vital trade route. This integrated approach promises to boost the economy, increase access to essential services, and drive social development in years ahead. Osman Jata reporting for QTV.
In an effort to boost operational efficiency, the Central Bank of the Gambia has officially donated advanced IT equipment to Gampost, the country's postal service provider. The donation, designed to strengthen Gampost's digital infrastructure, was presented during a ceremony at Gampost headquarters in Banjul on Friday. Usman Jata again.
The presentation of these IT equipment marks a significant milestone in the ongoing collaboration between the Central Bank of the Gambia and Gampost. The donated equipment, which includes desktop computers and laptops, is intended to enhance the efficiency, security and speed of Gampost's operations. Dr. Abdullahi Sirejalo, the first Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia, emphasized the importance of modernizing public services to align with global technological advancements.
This initiative aligns with our strategic objectives to foster digital innovation in financial services and to empower institutions that play a critical role in facilitating economic transactions. This transition to digital platform is no longer a choice, but a necessity. The future of financial services is digital, and our collective responsibility is to ensure that no institution is left behind.
The upgrade will enable Gampost to deliver more streamlined services, enhance data management systems, and improve internal communication channels. Gampost's capacity to facilitate secure financial transactions and provide efficient delivery services will greatly strengthen, resulting in improved services for the Gambian public. The managing director of Gampost, Lamin Cham, expressed his gratitude for a strong partnership with the central bank.
The central bank, who happens to hold the chairmanship of the Gampost Board of Directors, has come to our aid today to help us move faster with our digital transformation. And as a board chairman, together with the board members, they are giving us some very good directives, strategic directions that can help us quickly transform this institution. And it cannot be transformed in the absence of digitalization.
The partnership is anticipated to have a significant and lasting impact, driving economic development through improved infrastructure, enhanced financial services, and greater customer satisfaction. Dr. Paul Mendy is the second Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia.
And hopefully with the transformation, the digitalization that is coming, will offer you the opportunity to even widen those services to the rest of the community, to the point of even competing the conventional banks. This is a place where you can save money, and I just wanted to speak to that and to say that if anything, we have that relationship through that financial arm. Of course, the other postal services that you offer, you've already explored in terms of where you are placed in the global perspective, and you collaborate with other postal services.
As the Gambia progresses towards its goal of digital transformation, this strategic investment in Gampost's IT infrastructure marks a significant step in the right direction, ensuring the country meets global standards for both postal and financial services. Osman Jata, reporting for QTV News.
From that story by Usman Jata, we will now go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we have more local news stories. Do stay.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taaw place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal ne fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal baara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taamu gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër baara wërga bii mooy warga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Supersonics Islamic Insurance. Nyinne Gambia la insurance follow te mi yalonko yalla solo kuwol kamalena minne sariyango tata ye kukuto kamalena minul be sone yaring falla bunda dal nga insurance service sifa jamal le sotalie pour kaje ko ali kayro soto tanko anin hakil tenkugo wati o wati sulatala ida ke Supersonic Insurance Company la do kuoto isen na lodulaje nkumandi bi +220 513 2319 513-2318 wala 513-2315. Isen email no info@supersonicinsurance.com. Wara yetan na website oto www.supersonicinsurance.com. Ese futano na dunkira bato mimbe Beka Plaza 56 Liberation Avenue Banjul.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV News, and I'm Jenna Bosonko. Still on local news, on February 18th, 2025, the Gambia marked 60 years of independence, a celebration of decades filled with progress, resilience, and unwavering hope. Alongside these remarkable journeys stands the Gambia Police Force, an institution that has long safeguarded the nation's peace and order dating back to colonial times. This is the story of its history, evolution, and the vital role it has played in shaping our nation. Faber Ijum tells us more.
The roots of the Gambia Police Force trace back to the mid-19th century during the height of British colonial rule. Established in 1855, it began as a small paramilitary unit tasked with maintaining law and order in the Protectorate of the Gambia. The unit, heavily influenced by British colonial ideals, was more focused on protecting colonial interests than the welfare of Gambians.
So our police force, as we know it today, in fact started as a river police. It was very specific to the river. Before that, the duties of the police, were performed by, the Gambia regiment of the, West Indies, okay, and later the West African Frontier Force, okay. So they had police duties, but the bulk of the police force was mainly, to do with policing the river, to make sure the river crafts, the river depots, the river wharf towns, are all, well secured, because these were the heartbeat of the Gambian economy. Now later, in the 1880s, a regular police force was introduced, okay, in Batos and in Georgetown, and then it spread, to other parts of the country. Like Kuntaur had a police force very, very early, and then in Serekunda in the 1940s, and so on. But you also have to see the police force as one of the instruments of suppression of the colonial authorities, okay? They were basically equipped and trained to put down any passive threat to the colonial order. This is why after independence, there had to be a complete, change, okay, in the orientation of the police force, so that they will no longer be instruments of suppression, okay, as the colonial authorities meant them to be, but instruments to protect the lives and property of Gambians. And they had a very, very poor, community relations because of the perception of the police force as an instrument of suppression. This is why the police band had to be created, which became like the PR, angle of the police force, okay? Through their music and march passes, the communities, began to warm up, to the work of the police and to the force itself.
Despite these challenges, the force gradually expanded. By the early 20th century, specialized divisions such as the Marine Police, tasked with overseeing river trade and protecting key ports, were established. Yet the force remained small, underfunded, and predominantly commanded by the British officers. Independence in 1965 marked a turning point for the Gambia Police Force. Under the leadership of the country's first president, Sir Dawda Jawara, efforts were made to nationalize and professionalize the force. Throughout the 1970s and the 80s, the force expanded its reach and specialized units were created to handle emerging challenges. The establishment of the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, in 1975 allowed for more advanced crime-solving techniques. This era also saw the development of police training schools to equip recruits with modern skills. Reporting for QTV News, I am Favor Ejim.
In an exclusive QTV interview, the newly elected executive body of the Association of Gambian Students in Turkiye shared their exciting plans for the year ahead. Ibrahim Abalda met them, and this is his report.
And public relations officer outlined their strategies for strengthening the student community and fostering a more connected and empowered environment for Gambians in Turkiye. Aliou Job, the president of the association, has plans to unite Gambian students, ensuring they feel supported both academically and personally, and to enhance the overall student experience.
The welfare of the students, we are going to organize regular mentorship programs, and also career guidance, because some of the students are currently pursuing certain fields because probably they do not have any other option. So I think they need a lot of mentorship programs and career guidance. So we're going to have regular webinar programs to invite experts from different walks of life to come and orient our students about career development.
Ibrahim Adem, the association's vice president, says he is focused on securing funding through partnerships and fundraising to support key student activities and initiatives throughout the year.
We have put certain structures which we know that is going to help us generate funds, because currently AGAS depends on our monthly contribution as well as our sponsors, but that is not funding us 100%. First of all, we have discussed about introducing membership cards for the members of the association, because once we have the membership cards, it will be easy, because right now we are officially recognized by the government of Turkey as an association in the country.
Ndai Mariam Senghor, the association's public relations officer, plans to organize dynamic cultural, academic and social events that will strengthen connections and celebrate Gambian heritage among students.
So every year, we have the annual student gathering, but beside that, we have football matches, iftar events, and Eid celebrations, where Gambians can come together, connect, and feel more at home.
With a focus on financial stability, communication, and student engagement, the executive body is committed to creating an inclusive, thriving community for Gambian students in Turkiye. Ibrahim Balde reporting from Istanbul, Turkiye.
Ibrahim Balde there reporting from Istanbul. Now moving on, Gambia Inclusive and Resilient Agricultural Value Chain Giraff project, through its Marching Grant scheme, is supporting some community vegetable gardens in the Lower River region to boost their productivity. Our regional correspondent Bakari Balde visited some of these gardens along with the Giraff project team, and this is his report.
With the introduction of the Giraff Marching Grant scheme, many community gardens in this part of the country have been supported to expand their garden size by providing proper fencing and improved water facilities. The places we visited all attested that the Giraff project's intervention played a significant role in their production and has motivated a lot of women in the community to get into vegetable production. Here is Jaje Sise from Kiankolikunda.
This has transformed my life, enhancing my livelihood and also benefiting the community, where people rely on their gardens to earn a living.
Fat Sise, president of the Jara Daslam Women's Horticulture Garden, and Dembo Sane said they were faced with numerous challenges before the project's intervention.
Only God knows how much the Giraff project has helped us overcome our past difficulties. Today, we would like to express our gratitude and praise to the Giraff project for their positive intentions towards the country and the region.
When you see someone loading produce and carrying it on their head to deliver, and you step in to help, that is truly a blessing. The first garden we had to gather timber to fence it, but with God's help, we no longer face those struggles.
Maimuna Koma, president of the Jara Sukuta Greenland Garden, and Fat Keda both thank the Gambian government and Giraff for the continued support.
We are very happy and thankful to God. Back then, we faced many challenges, but those are now behind us. With this garden, I can sell my okra and provide my children's education, all thanks to Giraff. Thank God, and we just want to thank Giraff for their support and empowerment. We hope they continue to support women and do even more, because gardening is not only good for health, but it also helps meet our cooking needs. It allows us to share meals with our husbands and children, bringing peace to our homes.
The Marching Grant Scheme is one of the 5 components of the Giraff project designed to directly benefit 500 individual smallholder farmers, 100 groups, and 10 small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in the Gambia. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Thumbs up to the Giraff project. Well done. Before we leave, let's recap our main headlines. 40 Gambian students have received the Chinese ambassador scholarships during a ceremony held at the University of the Gambia on Friday. In an exclusive interview with QTV, the Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Ibrahim Asila, has unveiled the government's ongoing efforts to finalize the country's maiden transport master plan. In an effort to boost operational efficiency, the Central Bank of the Gambia has officially donated advanced IT equipment to Gampost, the Gambia's postal service provider. In an exclusive interview with QTV, the newly elected executive of the Association of Gambian Students in Turkiye shared their exciting plans for the year ahead. Following the celebrations of the Gambia's independence on February 18, 2025, we explored the Gambia Police Force, one of the key institutions that has consistently upheld the country's peace and order since colonial times. Well, that's all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the Weekend Review with Ade Darami and Mahmoud Mboj. Thanks for watching.